What up, YouTube? This is your boy Liger, one half of Enduro, and welcome to recap number 2, part 2. If you're watching this and you didn't watch my video about Sony and Microsoft and third parties, there's a link, and there should be a link, top of my head, on the top of the video showing right now, and also a link in the description. I was basically fair, and I share my opinions, and I'm cool with that. Again, there was games in there. I wasn't harsh on that video. I think, again, out of all 3 conferences, Microsoft got the best conferences. Had the best conference. I can't deny that. Had the best conference. But looking at Nintendo, wow. Whew. Where can I start? Because this is gonna be crazy right here. It's 2 sections of this I gotta do. First of all, I have to put up my caveat up front. One, I'm gonna be a dick in this video, and if you say I was a dick in the video in the comment section, it doesn't bother me because I know it's gonna do that. Someone do this. 2, I kind of know already. I didn't know what the presentation of what they're gonna do, but I know that what was coming out for the E3. That's why I put my next video that's popping right now, my update and E3 thoughts. I checked out from YouTube, I checked out from Google Plus. I had a bunch of notifications. I had hundreds of notifications. People talking to me, want to know certain things. I just basically, if you are not a person that I was cool with, really like cool with, and had a rational talker, I just take this thing and push it aside. It doesn't mean I hate some of my subs or whatever who was asking the question or none of that. I just wanted to clear it so it don't queue up so much. And I did talk to some people that I'm cool with in chat. So right now, and like I said, I'm gonna point out some stuff because shows you that I'm in the industry. I know what I'm talking about in certain cases. You don't have to believe me, but I know I could prove my facts. With that said, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Now, Nintendo. Wow, I have to say, the digital event for Nintendo was not good. I have to give my honest opinion. It was not good. Compared to last 2 years too, it did suck. They did a bad job, and it did suck. So what can I say? But you know what? I'm still gonna talk about break it down, because you see, I have something about this gaming bubble, and I basically gonna talk more about it when I had my special podcast with Triforce Johnson. I was talking about this same thing, and I saw something in this community that's making this bubble more bigger and it's gonna pop. So I'll leave that part to the end, because I'm gonna explain why Nintendo did good at E3. But let's get down to the digital event. Let's get into the digital event. All right, and I'll give you my true opinions on that. So Nintendo has a digital event. It started off, I have to say this. I'll say this right here. The Muppets, awesome. I love that. I grew up on Muppets since I was a kid. Muppet Babies, Muppets Tonight. Love that. It was funny. I liked it. I liked the swagger they were doing, like the Mafia, and the cool poses they were doing. I was laughing. That was funny. So I like that kind of presentation. So the presentation in that regard, I like. Now, let's get into the games, and I'll give you my true honest opinion on all these games here. So let's go. Star Fox Zero. That looks good. I kind of said it in my endcast, and this is, again, I'm gonna refer to back a lot of stuff because, again, I said these stuff before time. I know there was some I know there's gonna be some disappointments because I saw what they were gonna release. That's why I backed out, because I didn't want to hear the crying and the bitching on YouTube as much. I know it's gonna be videos like that, so that's why I blank out this week. But again, and that's what, unlike other people, I don't leak stuff. I would say stuff if people ask for it, and I say it in hints. And you basically look through the endcast and most of my back videos, I was telling the truth on most of this stuff. But again, that's the dickish part of me is gonna come out because I'll point it out. Anyway, let's get back into it. Star Fox Zero looks good. I know that I was like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, wait a minute, not the one in E3. I was like, Pigma? Wait a minute, Pigma died he died. So I was right. Yeah, they had to go back to the beginning. I like the way that they did it. It's a reimagination of the game of Star Fox 64. New gameplay just in that time frame, and that's pretty cool. It looks good. I love the transformations. The transformation of the airing into the walker, and then that's pretty cool. And also the vastness of the thing, I like that. I didn't know Platinum Games was gonna do the developing, but again, that's something I wanted people to be surprised by that, and some people figured it out, which I did that to Mr. T's thing. I was saying, yeah, you're right. You know, you'll be stunned by that. That's cool. So. The walker, gyroscope, they use the gamepad very well the way I've seen it, so it looks good. I'll say this, the online aspects of the game, is it gonna be there, is not gonna be there, I don't know. Technically speaking, for the people who want it, if they want it and it doesn't come, I feel sorry for you guys. I think if you guys want that, that's cool. From my perspective, I don't care for it. I'm being honest about that. But again, just because I don't care for it doesn't mean people out there don't want it. I do say this though, any game that was flying games, which is funny, their online system, like Ace Fighter Combat for the 3DS or for the 360, they didn't last that long. People didn't want it back in those games, so it's weird how people want it now. But again, you know what? It's your decision. Do what you gotta do. But to me, that was pretty cool. I love that. Next thing they showed off, of course, was Skyline Superchargers. Not really picking it up. It's not for me. It's for kids who have this Disney Infinity Skyline. It's a big success. I do like the Amiibo style stuff they did. Katie looked at it and she said, oh, that's pretty cool. She might get just that just for the skill of it. But the thing I like about it is the whole transformable platform from a Skylander to a Amiibo. That's awesome. That's a technology. If Disney and Nintendo could talk more about that and do that for some Amiibos in the future, that would be so cool. I'm telling you, that would be so awesome. So I like the aspects of that. But again, it's not for me. The people who wanted it, I hope you guys enjoy it. Now let's get into Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. I have no problem. That one was a surprise to a lot of people. You know what? I love Four Swords, and me and Katie played the Four Swords anniversary. This game right here, maybe not a day one purchase, I'll look at it, but this looks cool. I like that kind of aspect of the game. And like I said, I love Four Swords, so this is basically like a mini version of Four Swords, and I'm kind of happy that they had an engine, which is of the Link Between Worlds, and they quickly made a game out for that. That's pretty cool. That's the same thing they did with Toad Treasure Tracker. Nintendo's finding these ways to make these games to fill up the gaps that third parties or other stuff is not filling in. They're making the ecosystem more stronger. That game right there looks pretty cool. Let's see what happens. I hope they give it a full dudgeon. It looks kind of like that, and the aspects of the whole thing, single player, whatever. I hope that's smooth out too for people out there who can, who don't got internet and everything. That looks interesting. Next, let me go to Hyrule Warriors. Of course, Hyrule Warriors got leaked. I mean, I kind of showed it too because about it. It's cool that I like this in a way that it's coming on the 3DS, the biggest platform. So Nintendo did this to get, and Koei Tecmo. It was a smart move because I was saying Koei Tecmo made a lot of money with Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, tons of money. And what happened is they wanted to do more stuff because this is the biggest profit margin they ever got in a long time for any of the games. And the thing that killed me is they wanted to do something else, and I'm happy that Nintendo they come together and say, no, don't do that. This is a game that should be once every generation because Hyrule Warriors is so how should I say it? So basically repetitious. Most any caveat here, all games are repetitious, just the way you execute it. But don't burn players out on that. Buy the game. If you have the Wii U version, you get the Wind Waker's Tetra and Red Lion. That's pretty cool. I like that you could switch the characters in the fighting if you want a private style, because that's a hard thing to do in when you play in adventure mode on the Wii U. You're like, dang, I'm forced to use this character, but I wish I had the other character who got a good move set or whatever. So that's pretty cool. It's interesting. I don't know. My thing about that game is if they do a cross-save thing, because we beat the game already, and the thing that we want to beat is the adventure maps. I really do want adventure maps. Me and Katie still playing the adventure maps right now, and it's pretty cool. And that thing right there, man, is, oh man, it is crazy. So that if there's a cross save, so I could play like 2-3 little maps and then go to sleep on my 3DS and whatever, that'd be cool. If they don't do that, then I don't think I'll pick it up. But again, for people out there who ain't got a Wii U and wanted to play this game, who already got a 3DS, it's a very cool game. Check it out when you guys get to it. Now, we're going to something that I know is going to happen, and I said it in my endcast when people were talking about the Metroid stuff. Now, to be honest, I know they were working on the game for 3DS. I just did not know that it was going to be Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime Federation Force. Didn't know that. Now, I'll say this: it's a guilty pleasure. Am I gonna pick up the game? The collector me is yes, because I have all the games. I have all the games, played all the games, and this looked like this giving off an Evolve vibe. And like I said, when the guys were playing in the treehouse, it looks good. It looks cool. I hope we got some cool singer style people who can connect into that, because if that's the case, it's gonna fall apart. But it looks cool. I'm taking a good look at it and see what's going on. I'm buying it to just fill my collection and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say recommend it to anybody, but it looks cool. Like I said, I did like how those guys were fanatic on the on the stage, treehouse. I'll say this. Splatoon was for kids. This is more hardcore. It's not more for kids because people are gonna buy it. This was meant to be the hardcore people. Metroid. This game right here, seeing what those guys were talking, and of course he was trying to be PC as crap. Yeah, I think this one out of all games should, because of how the co-op, you gotta have special weapons and everything, really more than a 3-minute match. This one does need voice chat. Yeah, this one needs voice chat. I don't know how it's gonna work out, and again, I don't know how the online community gonna be, because like I said, this kind of looks like an Evolve this kind of game, but it's Fnatic that Evolve. Instead of fighting one monster, whatever, you fighting the pirates, Omegas, all that stuff, and we didn't see all the game anyway, so it could be crazy. But cool, I'm gonna take a look in it and see what's going on. And again, I had a video which is gonna post up right now about that, talking about Metroid. See, all you guys who are kind of like angry that this is coming out, Double M said basically what I was gonna say. Hey, it had a big install base. Most of you guys who are arguing about this stuff didn't buy the game. Metroid's not a console seller, and the biggest seller was highly rated Metroid Prime, and Metroid Prime and 2 and 3. People barely picked up those games, even though those were awesome games and highly credited. Just like it's just like for Xbox with Sunset Overdrive, looks good. Nobody pick up the game. That's one of the downfalls of people talking the crap, but don't back up with their wallet. Talk the talk, pay to pay. Do what we gotta do. We'll see how that works out. Now, Fire Emblem Fates. That looks cool. I am psyched about that game. Awakening was an awesome game for me. I'm happy that it showed that. I can't wait to play that game. 2016. It looks good. I can't wait to play that game for real. They showed off, of course, Ginu Ibu Ruku, or basically Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami. They showed off more on that. That's cool. That's cool. Show people the trailers for those who are there who didn't see it. That's the next thing. That's awesome. Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles coming out December. They showed you a little trailer again. Sure, it's coming out. Shout outs to people who watched the Endcast and kind of listened to me, and basically those who watched my impressions from the Japanese version that I played. I told you this is gonna happen. This is the dickish part of me now. I kind of told you that was gonna happen. It takes a while to translate kanji. In all the text that's in Xenoblade, yes. Some of y'all wanted, oh, it's gonna be summer, it's gonna be August. No, I said, look, go back to that video at the end, December or early 2016. That's why I said it takes a while to do that stuff. That's where my knowledge of working in the industry comes from. I do this for a living, so I know. That's why I said that. But we got a date now. Proven right. Keep on going. Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, Animal Crossing Amiibo Fest. Now these games are built for certain type of people. I have no problem with that. That is the next thing again. That's cool. It's not gonna be for me, but people are like that. I already seen families talk about, man, this is like a next Mario Party game that we could buy. I can tell you right now, it didn't take that much to develop that game, and I bet you I can bet you they might need to sell maybe 100,000 just to be profitable. to make profits off that game, make money and profits, money back and their profits. So you know what? That's cool. I like the business sense of it, and then they didn't cheat the and I like the way that they didn't cheat the, how should I say, son of a gun, the consumers. Because you could take the card amiibos and it could work into the game in the amiibo festival. That's cool. So if you don't want to pay, if you can't find the amiibos, this is hard to find, you could take it and put it in and use the cards. And the cards should be more easy to produce than the plastic figures. So let's see what happens. And if you have the plastic figures, you can put it in the DS version if you have a DS version. So I like how the cross play of that if you want that. That's pretty cool. I like that aspect of thinking. That is awesome. Yoshi's Woolly World, they showed off more Yoshi's Woolly World. They showed it that if you want to do the easy way, you could do the easy way, but this is not no walk in the park. This is a real core game. It looks good. I like the way, the style they're doing stuff. I love the aesthetics. And again, I do like how they're showing off that this game is not a simple, oh, this is going to be easy. No. You can take the route if you want to. And there's kids out there who going to think this is adorable and like, oh, I got to try this for the families. And again, same thing for people who want to play the hardcore like a dad or whatever, or mom or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yokai Watch. Okay. Yokai Watch. You know what? Yokai Watch is a big hit in Japan. It sold millions in Japan. And they're bringing it to the Level 5 is doing this game, and they're bringing it to the US. And this is gonna, again, just because it's for the people who like that Pokemon kind of style of things. Again, like me, Puzzle & Dragons, I didn't think I'd catch into that, but I'm hooked on that game right now, and that has a Pokemon style of things. Doesn't mean that you know, it's a cool concept. People are gonna get into it. It's coming out coincide, of course, simulcast with the cartoon that's coming out. Unlike Sonic Boom, we know this game was already for the cartoon, so it's not gonna be a rush in the game. We know it's going. I can tell you right now, Level 5 and Nintendo work good on this game, so I have no problem with that. That is awesome. Can't wait for that right there for the people who want that. Kids are gonna do it. If it sold millions over in Japan, it's gonna sell millions over here in America. And those millions means more profits, mean that Nintendo will take some money and make some more good games. That's what I'm looking forward for. Mario Luigi Paper Jam. That's an interesting game. I love the Mario Luigi Saga series. I have to tell the truth, I have not played many of them, but it looks cool. And this right here, bringing Mario, Paper Mario, that together, that looks pretty cool. It's not a day one purchase for me, but I'm gonna wait a little bit later down the park. It looks good. I'm gonna take a, like I said, I like the whole concept. It's more frantic than Mario Brothers usual with the whole controlling 3 people now. But again, that looks cool, and want to get into that. And then you have Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Now that right there is kind of funny. Again, it didn't take that long to develop. This thing's gonna make money. It's funny because I looked at some statistics on this thing, and this thing got a lot more buzz than I really thought it would have got. This is crazy. It got a lot more people viewing it, wanting to play it, and I was like, wow. And then you go to E3 floor, you look at the lines for that game too. So you know what? Again, it's not for me. It's for the family. People who want tennis games. I'll put a little caveat in here. I kind of wish Nintendo did like how should I say, like a sports version, like a Mario. You know, had the tennis, the baseball, and the strikers all together. That'd have been a cool concept right there to make that game as a package. That would be good. But it's not, so let's move on. Like I said, whatever it is. Then we have, of course, Super Mario Maker. They showed stuff about it. I'm gonna, like I said, I'll tell you right now, it looks cool. I like that they show more stuff about the game, giving you the gameplay once again. Now, I'll say this: it looks pretty. It looks pretty alright. I don't know. For right now, I'm not saying it's a day one purchase for me. If like Shigeru Miyamoto and all those guys put in levels so we could start to play the game from the get-go, that will be awesome. Then that'll be a first day one purchase for me after I see reviews and do my research, as I usually say about all my games. I do that. But if they don't do that, I'll wait for the content to bubble up and everything, and then buy the game. But it did look cool in the World Championship. I like how they did that. That was awesome. So that was cool. And that was the Direct. Now, the Direct again was lackluster compared to last year, and it compared to everything this year, it kind of blah. Again, I said Microsoft had the best conference, Sony was second, Nintendo was last. I'll prove it out. It is what it is. And I'm not gonna like lie to anybody about that. Now, but here's something that I see. And that's the thing about this gaming bubble that I'm gonna put out right now. Yes, I've seen some videos from other people. If Nintendo had put everything that happened for the whole week of E3 into the Direct, they would have knocked it out of the park, and some people would be happy. Some people. It's still gonna, again, you can still have the crybabies and as usual. So I'm not gonna say. But if they put it all together, it'd have been good. But you see, E3 is not about one day. It's called E3. It's a week-long event. A week-long event. And E3 started Sunday. And you know what? Barring the Smash leaks, the bastards, yeah, I know, technically speaking, tell the truth, some people did got fired and some got reprimanded for that. But I'm looking at this, I look at this different from everybody. And Nintendo had the best E3 out of 2015. Ooh, you think I'm crazy? Well, let me break it down for you. And also show something that Microsoft and Sony didn't do. And is the part that's making this bubble, the gaming market is gonna crash so hard. But let's break it down. E3, Sunday, barring the leaks and every crap, Smash Brothers. You got a direct from Sakurai. You found out that there's stages. You found out that other than Lucas, which we all know Lucas was coming, you got not only Lucas, you got Roy. Roy's the boy. He's back. And trust me and Katie's killing that guy right now. It's cool. And of course, they added Ryu. Holy crap. Ryu, a stage, and a stage for Kirby 64, all that stuff. And wait a minute, you can buy it right now? Of course, the server's crashed for you people. It ain't for me. Again, I'm dick move again. I know that. I got mine with no problem. But it was freaking awesome. And I'll say this. Sakurai, you're the man, seriously, to develop Ryu from Street Fighter and put him in Smash. The coding for that thing was months, right, guys? I'm telling you right now. So that he has the sound effects from his game. And also he has to recognize the difference between his smashes, and of course the inputs. You can still do the smash, but to do powerful for people, oh man, that is coding. And to balance that against, yes, a lot of people say, oh, it's over $5, whatever. I'm not talking to a certain person. If he knows what I'm talking about, I'm not talking you. But $5 is too much. Dude, that's a steal. That is a steal. The months of coding, balancing, and everything, no, that's a steal. That's a different situation. Have no problem with that kind of DLC. Again, buy it, not buy it, but you get a stage also with him, so that was pretty cool. I bought all the stages. Now the skins, nope, didn't buy it, didn't like it, never gonna buy skins. Still ain't gonna do that. That right there, Nintendo, you need to start. I don't care what price you put on that. Okay, then we had Monday came. Then we had the indie at home. You have all these games coming out, 9 games coming out. That's gonna be on the Wii U platform. And you know what? It's gonna be on a Wii U platform, and if you pre-order, if you basically preview the game, you're gonna get 15% off the purchase of the game. Now that is awesome. I like that. For people out there who don't care for that stuff, and most of these games you can get on PC. So if you don't have a Wii U, get these games on PC. Some of these games are really, really awesome. I have to say that. I gotta tell you right now, give me a second. I'm gonna try to see what games I downloaded, and I've tested it, and I feel good about these games. Of course, I play Freedom Planet on the PC. I am gonna rebuy it for, and now it's 50% off. I'm gonna buy this for for the Wii U, of course. Typo Man, pretty cool. Soul Axiom is alright. I gotta check into that. Runbow, love that. That is a pretty cool concept. Love Runbow, and of course. What is it? Rive? I think it's called Rive. Yep, it's called Rive. That's that's back to the old days of R-Type and stuff, or Igyaga, when you have to be quick on your reflexes like that. Pretty cool. Oh man, cool thing. And let me point out something here. How the heck, hey, this is why I say publishers and developers are two different things. You telling me, you guys out there who say, oh, Nintendo's console's weak, blah, blah, blah. But wait, you have these guys who have less budget create these awesome, cool, graphical games for the weaker system, as you guys say. Are you kidding me? Get the F out of here. Seriously, this is awesome. Those cool like Fast Racing Neo, that looks great on the Wii U. So I don't care what anybody say. As long as the game's optimized, it's all I care about. And these guys built the game from the ground up. They're using the gamepad. Just because the third-party publishers didn't want to spend extra $1, $2, $3 million to port their games over to build from the game up or use the gamepad, screw you guys with that setting. But anyway, moving on. Oh, if you have, next thing you know, if you have a Wii U and you have you know what you could have buy for the week? You had 30% off a lot of Nintendo's first-party games. Hyrule Warriors, Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart, all those games were 30% off. You know what? That's cheaper than if you buy the game used from Amazon or from GameStop. But people didn't see that. But that's cool. That was awesome that they put that in there. Next thing is you had a digital event. And again, lackluster, wasn't a strong punching point that Nintendo did. But after that, you have the Treehouse. Now this is the thing that killed me. Talking about this, the Treehouse came. All the games that Nintendo showed at their digital event, all the games, I see actual footage of people playing the damn game. That's something that I wish gamers could stop, getting their eyes, googly eyes, and look for that in their products. Looking at for their products. Even Shin Megami Cross Fight, I thought they wasn't gonna do that, but they had a gameplay of that game. That is awesome. So people could see what the hell they got about. You see what about that was cool. Use some actual gameplay footage. I'll come back to that point right there. This is Friday. This is Thursday. I'm recording this. So out of Friday, if something comes out Friday, that's pretty cool. Hey, that's cool again, Nintendo. I'm happy. And of course, Saturday they're releasing Splatfest. Wow, they're releasing Splatfest and some DLC for Splatoon. All that to me said that's a lot of content coming out free, some cool. Oh, I can't forget. You guys were arguing about Earthbound. I forgot. Nintendo World Championship, of course, that was cool. And Earthbound is coming out beginnings. You guys want it? You got Mother now. You guys need to go out and buy this game so you can get Mother 2 and 3 and tell Nintendo, hey, we want the game. Bring the localization over. That is cool right there. All that together, man, they knocked it out of the park when it comes to that, because you know what? That's going back to what I said about the digital event now. Nintendo gave gamers factual 100% info. They didn't give you a CGI trailer and say 16, I'm sorry, and say 2016. Yeah, Final Fantasy. Oh, that's cool. I ain't seen no gameplay. Shoot, I got a movie. That could have been a movie. I don't know. I'm just joking right now, but we don't know certain things. Go back to the video, my Microsoft and Sony video, and you see what I'm talking about. They did not show a lot of stuff like that. That's the part that's crazy. Nintendo gave you the info. E3 is about learning about info. I don't get hype. I don't say that already on my WTF video 10 flashing right now on top. I don't get hype about games. I want to know information. As a consumer, I could buy the game or not buy the game. I talk with my wallet. And Nintendo gave me the 100% fact proof to see what I want to see. I can't say that about everybody else do that. Those who did that in Bethesda, in Microsoft, in Sony, those who really did that, because again, they showed people reacting and playing the game live. On stage, I don't know, because we learned that with Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed and all those other games that did that, and you were like, oh, then they found out the game was a glitch piece of mess. And even, hey, Sonic Boom, let's not even take that out of the topic. So it's on Nintendo side too. I don't care. I want to see actual gameplay, and that's what I saw. And people reacting to that. That's priceless to me. That's priceless. That's priceless information to make me make my decision. That's what Nintendo. That's what, in my mind, Nintendo won that. You are the consumer. You saw what they showed, everything you need to know about for now about the game. It's your actual footage, actual gameplay. You have Fast Racing Neo looking cool. You have even games that they announced earlier, like Chibi Robots and LBZ, all those games that look like custom robot. That was cool. They showed all that stuff. You make your decision, buy or not buy. The same thing with Microsoft with the Xbox controller, buy or not buy. You don't have to. My decision with PlayStation 4 when I was looking at stuff. Oh, dang, Shenmue 3 coming out. Dang, I might gotta get a PlayStation. Oh, I could get it on the PC? Well, I'm not gonna buy. I use my wallet. Doesn't mean that the systems are bad. They gave you information. We are using this hype train crazy now, and I could bet anybody out there $100 million that as next year there gonna be some games that got showed off this year that's gonna be a disappointment. And I'm gonna hear, and you're gonna look at the video on YouTube, make it all, oh, this game sucked, this is not what it is, blah blah blah, this one or whatever. Please, trust me, it's gonna happen. So, in my opinion, yes, E3 as what it's supposed to be, Nintendo knocked it out of the park. They gave you the thing that you need the most as a consumer, as a gamer, as you said. Information. They didn't say, oh, well, we're gonna do. No, they didn't do that. Some of the stuff you heard about with E3 and everything. Oh, Retro did this, all that stuff. They didn't do that. People are making up these fake. Shoot, GameSpot was funny, and people don't even remember this. GameSpot showed a website that you could generate fake Nintendo news, and nobody's talking about how crappy how some of the rumors started. And oh Lord, I'm telling you, you guys are killing me. You know what? It is what it is. Again, I'll repeat one more time. The conference, the digital event sucked. The conference, Microsoft won. But to get information about all the games they showed, I can't lie. That's what you want when you go to E3. I don't want no hype train. Again, I don't get hyped, but I don't want to be hyped up to nonsense. So you know what it is? It is. But that's what's gonna make the market crash. You guys are looking for the shiny stuff every second, and you just want to be. You hype yourself up so much, and then when you crash so hard, and then the next thing that kill me is about gamers. Oh, they suck. Wait, they never told you certain things, but you built up your own hype. Take some responsibility, man. Jeez. Anything they try to get out, doesn't Nintendo lie about certain things? Yeah, the whole Zelda thing. Yeah, they lied. It didn't came out. But you know what? A new one came out, just like with Uncharted. They came out. They told you up front. I have respect for people who do that to push the games back. Again, this Splatoon. You know what? They told you ain't got no voice chat. You make the decision. You are the consumers. Speak with your wallet. You don't gotta bitch about everything. Say your opinion. Go away. Don't, or just like I say, oh well, I'm not gonna buy the game. Yeah, you're not gonna get me to do a difference by the game. Your wallet speaks louder to these publishers. And if you don't want to buy a Nintendo product, don't buy it. If you want to sell it, sell it. That's your problem, your life. You do what you gotta do. I have no power over that. Just like I said, I don't have no power on the hype. But you know what? You're crying over something that you created by yourself. So, it is what it is. But you know what? There's no perfect game. There's no perfect console. There's no perfect conference. There's no perfect nothing in the video game industry. Because you know what? What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply play your games.